Today is August 5th, 2013, at about 1:05 p.m., and we're sitting with Erv and Steve Gerber.
All right. Yeah, so thank you both for coming in, and if you don't mind starting with where you both were born, you can describe it.
Oh, I was born here, in Craig, in this area.
Right, but you're both born at home, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Born at home.
And that was because the hospital still was near you?
No, there wasn't any hospital.
I've been around.
Oh, the closest one was in Hayden, I think.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, they started.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they had doctors here.
They had doctors here.
Show up after a while.
Okay.
They showed up after we checked this all out, I guess.
Okay.
I remember it was a deal.
It was, CU was born on May 7th, so
Yeah.
that would, the roads is,
Yeah.
they could still get through wagons and what have you. It's they probably had cars. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But where he was born was clear out in the hills, it was on
Okay.
It was off the highway.
dirt road.
Just dirt road.
Much of the road.
Okay.
It's just a dirt road. About
Okay.
7 miles. 8,
Maybe 6, 7, 8 out there, 7.
About 7 miles out there.
All right. And where did you both go to school?
Here.
Both went to school here?
Well, you went.
Well, I went to 1 year out here in the old Williams Schoolhouse.
Okay.
It was right out here about 5 and 6 miles.
Okay.
It isn't even there anymore, but yeah, I went to school out there for a year and a half. I went half a year just for the heck of it, and then I went first grade, and then I come here in the second grade.
Okay.
Well, you got tired of you at home.
Yeah, because you get tired of me.
What was the difference between the country school and this school? How was that
I
different?
couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Yeah. Down there at the country school, all of us went to school together in the same one room building.
Right.
There was
How many,
Maxine was there.
was Maxine still?
Yeah. So she probably was a senior or something like that when I started.
See, she was 12.
12 years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly 12 years.
Okay.
There was 14 of us kids.
Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't realize there were that many.
Yeah, 14 years.
14.
Maxine was the oldest.
Maxine was. No, John
No,
was
John
the oldest.
Yeah.
And then Maxine. But she was, me and her had birthday on the same day.
Okay. All right. And what numbers are you two?
I think I'm out.
Yes, you're right.
About in the middle. John, Henry. Yeah.
Do you mind just naming them
I
all?
was 7.
Yeah, I'm
You're
6.
And
You're 6. Okay.
Well, there was one.
Well, no, he was older than me, though.
Oh, he was
Leonard-
older than me.
Yeah, Leonard was older than I was.
Oh. So, that'd make me 7.
Yeah, me 8. 6. Something like that.
Oh.
Do you mind naming them all?
Oh, it was John,
Okay.
the oldest.
That's the oldest.
John, and then there was Maxine,
Okay.
Edna,
Okay.
Mary,
All right.
Ruby,
Ruby.
Bill,
Carl.
Carl, and
Carl.
then
Leonard.
Leonard.
He was one.
Yeah, and then Norman. Now me, Steve, Nerve, Eldon, and Judy, and Jim, and Goldie.
How
Wow.
many's that?
That's
I didn't miss it.
You got them all. All right.
So that would make you number 9 and you 10.
If we're going, well, yeah.
That's the right order, yeah.
I could remember which one it was. Somewhere there.
I never give these
I never thought about it.
Okay. All right. Well, what was it like growing up in the area? What would you do for fun? What would you guys do?
Just to run around the hills.
Run around the hills. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't get to town hardly any. I mean,
Oh, okay.
once in a while. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you didn't come to town that often,
No.
what was it like when you came to town, though?
There was a lot of people.
A lot of people?
A lot of people.
You know, it was,
About all the time I remember going to school. I had to ride in the back of a pickup to get to school.
yeah.
Okay.
It was, I really don't remember going to town when I was
Neither.
little.
Okay.
It
Okay.
was just, you know, just.
Well, we can
There
start
were so
with.
darn many of us that couldn't take us all in.
But it was, we'd, you know, we did, now, I guess we were poor,
Okay.
but we didn't know that.
We never went without clothes or food.
You know, I was never hungry.
I never was without clothes.
But then when we did go to school, well, there was a lot of kids just like us, so we still didn't know.
No weakness.
No.
It was
Yeah.
just nobody had much, you know, anything.
Okay. And what are the earliest parts of school or coming to town you guys remember? About how old do you think you were?
I was 6 when I went to school.
6?
Yeah, about that.
Okay.
I was starting from there.
Okay. And you went to Sunset Elementary?
No.
No.
I went up here in the Yampa School,
The Yampa
where
School.
the administration office is right here.
Okay.
And then we went to junior high. I did over here in the Breeze School, which is gone now.
Okay.
Then went to high school up here where the middle school is.
Right. Okay. And what do you guys remember about high school?
It's just,
Place to go so you wouldn't have to stay home and work.
Okay.
you know, it was just one unnecessary evil. It was just not nicer to, you just had to go to school, so.
You did.
Did you play sports or any
No.
extracurricular activities? No.
Couldn't know a way to get in and out.
Okay.
I was sitting home.
Okay. Would you ever drag Maine or do anything like that?
Well, until after we got older.
I guess, well, I never, it was after I got out of high school. I was 18 before I could driver's license. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I never got driving about then or somewhere in there. I was in school, I guess. I finally got one.
Okay.
Well, I was 19 when I graduated.
Mm.
Yeah, it was after I graduated. I got it.
And drove
I just,
pickup once in a while.
I never did need one.
No, well,
Out
no.
there, well, you
We
never.
never drove. I don't remember ever not driving something.
Mm.
Pickup truck or tractors. I don't remember.
Right.
Didn't need a license for
Yeah,
that.
out there. Around out there in the hills.
Okay. What did you do? What did you each do after high school?
After we got out of high school?
Yeah.
Well,
what did you do?
I went farming for a couple of years or 3 years. For
Okay.
different local ranches around here.
Okay.
And then
You farmed locally for a couple of years?
Yeah, 3 years. Then I worked in the oil.
Did you, how long was you at the sawmill?
Well, that was 1 year, one summer, sawmill one summer. That was in 56, the year I graduated. Then I went to the sawmill. Then I worked for Don and Jack and Bill.
Okay. And what did you do right after high school?
I worked for a,
Silentgraph outfit, didn't we?
no, well, we
got before.
yeah, that was, yeah, 'cause that was right after we went to work for Seismograph.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
And they, went down, well, they started out here and we went down the Green River and clear around and we was in,
Hanksville.
well, in Hanksville and then, we went to, Cortez.
Yeah, that's when you,
That's when I got back to quit,
yeah, and I went ahead and worked for another, I don't know,
3 or 4 months.
3 or 4 months. I ended up in Wyoming.
Yeah.
To Shoshone, Wyoming, when I decided I had enough. Then I worked in construction the rest of the time, run heavy equipment,
Okay.
all the rest of my life.
Okay. And what did you do for the rest? Did you stick with one thing?
No, I worked for Dick Robertson for one summer.
Yeah, Mark?
And then I went to work for Bill Chambers.
That was a rancher.
I think 5 years, he was a rancher.
That long? Yeah.
And then I worked for the county
Yeah.
Okay.
5 years. And then I worked for Will and Gravel. For, I don't know how long I did that. And then I went to work for the coal mine.
Okay.
Up in Hayden, Senator Cole, for 25 years.
Okay. All right.
That's where you retired from, isn't it?
Yeah.
And-
Retired.
And you retire in Hayden, or you just drive to Hayden?
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that.
No.
My mistake.
It was, I can't remember how many miles it was every day,
Uh-huh.
back and forth, but,
You
you know.
Did you carpool?
Yeah,
Did you
after a
carpool?
while, first, alright.
All right, and what type of changes did you both see over the years in Craig?
Bunches.
Was that
Bunches.
bunches?
First time I can remember coming to town, I don't remember how old I was,
Hmm.
right down here somewhere, there was a little green old Bill Draper. Had a little filling station and a little convenience store and an ice house down here on Main Street. It was green. That's the first time I can remember anything in town. And then, boy, then after that, it...
Well, see, at one time, I can't remember how this went, but, young grandma lived there in Davis
Yeah,
Garden.
Davis Garden, yeah.
And, they had rodeos and stuff, but I don't remember ever going to a rodeo. But some of the older kids, they brought home chickens, because they'd take them
Yeah.
chickens up there, and I don't know if they took them up on the tipple, or if they took them up in the announcer stand and showed chickens.
Hmm.
Kids, I didn't win in on that either. I can remember going to one rodeo. Dad, can't remember who it was. No, we didn't come in very often.
Didn't come in very often. All right, so did you come in, start to come through it all later on?
Oh, yeah.
When we was,
After.
We got older. And
Yeah, after you got
driving
older,
and stuff
okay.
came out.
but,
So what was it like when you got older, when you started coming frequently?
There wasn't too much here.
Not too
but
much.
the thing of it is, you knew just about everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Which now, why,
I don't know anybody.
you don't
You know, really.
know people.
But the big change is people you don't know when you go out.
Yeah. Well, it just, that we had, you know, the coal, and that all come in.
Right.
And the early parts, and that changed a bunch. But before that, it would be just a small oil boom. And maybe one or two people move in or more than that, and
Okay.
then
Yeah, I remember the refinery down there.
yeah, well, it was down, and they moved it out.
Then the people in town, why they couldn't stand the smell and the sight of it, so they didn't want a refinery in Craig.
Craig's,
I think they moved it
Sinclair, or somewhere. up there.
Sinclair or Ranger.
Ranger, one of them.
I don't know which.
Moved out. And that about broke us here for a long time.
Right.
Then they was hauling coal from Streeter.
Well, yeah,
You know, all them coal trucks later.
that wasn't much of a... But they had boom, oil booms every once in a while, it'd boom, you know, a year or two, and then it'd be over.
Right.
Then there'd be a few guys come in, drill, and then be over. Never was much. Until the power plant and we moved
Did
in,
you,
that changed.
Did you remember that gas well coming in over on Bell Rock?
No.
I remember Mom talking about it.
Yeah.
That they heard it, you know, when they hit that gas pipe, load up. And it was about maybe 2 miles from where,
Yeah.
well, no, about a mile from where we lived there. They said they could hear that blow.
Did that blow when we lived there?
I think when there to Glassburn.
Glassman, so that'd been a little further away.
An oil line boom, or an oil line exploded?
Well,
well.
gas well.
Gas well.
Oh, okay. Anyone hurt?
I don't.
I don't think so.
So
I've never heard of
but we lived in the Glassburn place, so I wasn't very.
Huh?
We weren't very old then. Now I ain't.
Well, that's.
I'd been 7. 8, somewhere in there.
Mom said that Dad lived there several years, and then they moved, and then they came back.
But I all I do is remember
You
living
know,
there.
they come back there to go to kids to go to school.
Okay. You guys ever go to places like the Cosgrove or the Signal Hill?
Well, yeah, later. You got older
Right,
now.
right.
21.
Yeah, so what was that? What was that like?
Good memories, I take it.
Yeah.
It was. I never did go to Cosgrove much.
We used to go in there all the time because that was a good, quiet place.
Yeah.
You know, and you have a social drink and you'd be quiet. You had a room in there. I mean, kind of a place. And it wasn't bad. But the rest of the places, it was. Cosgrove was a pretty darn good place to go eat. One with better steaks and stuff.
I never heard of it. I don't guess I ever
Ate there?
ate there.
Oh.
I don't.
We ate there when we back in Val was going with us. With
Okay.
most.
What about the Signal Hill restaurant? Do you ever go there?
Oh yeah, that was a pretty good steakhouse for a long time.
Okay.
And
that-
a lot of, you know, the you know, people were, you know, the country kids and what have you, they kind of went to one place, and
Yeah.
sheep herders and what have you like that went to another place.
Oh, okay.
Signal Hill was a good place to go.
Okay.
You
Where you
were-
knew people.
Yeah, you didn't want to go very often down here to Mathers or White Horse or anything like that.
Club El Rey.
Yeah. Places like that, you didn't want to go over in Mathers and
Yeah, it was Mathers was Club El Rey, wasn't it?
yeah.
So who would go in Mathers? Was there a specific clientele from Mathers, or
Oh, it was
just a rougher crowd?
yeah.
What was it like in all those types of places during the boom?
Oh, it was terrible. You didn't go.
You didn't go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so locals kind of avoided that place.
Yeah, I did.
I did.
Well, after that boom got in here,
That was
that went to any of them.
building a plant out here. I don't
Man,
know
that was crazy.
how many people they found laying along the road and stuff like that.
Beat up or just
Dead.
passed out drunk? Dead? Wow.
That one, I can't remember all this, but there was one out there just south of town, remember,
Shit.
they was gonna go hunting, and
Oh, yeah.
they sent that kid off out there to
No hunting.
tell you, scare the elk out, and when he got out there, right, they shot him, and then they came back to town. There was a lot more to it than that, but that's
all I ever heard of.
I heard, and then,
Wow.
that Sheila thing, you know,
Yeah,
was out
that
here.
Bundy.
They
They think Bundy did that, but they never did
Oh.
prove it yet.
Did what?
Killed the
Ted
girl.
Bundy?
Killed the girl out here. Kidnapped her out of a bar, she worked at a liquor store
They found her down there.
right here on the highway.
Who did
Just
they
past
find
it.
down at the bridge there at Jones? Down on Big.
I don't know who that was.
I was thinking that was her, but I think
Yeah.
it was some Mexican girl.
Yeah, I was
Maybe it was.
sure that they found
I don't
out
know.
there.
But they, things like that happen all the time.
Really?
During the boom period.
Yeah, oh, it was crazy.
Hmm.
And we didn't have some of the best police officers in town either.
Right.
They shipped them in here from California, and they ran up and down the streets at night and checked cars, and then once they was found them unlocked, they sold them.
Wow.
We had one that lived across the street from us, and he'd done some craziest stuff. He wouldn't even go out of his house. Come out from the house to get his mail in his house coat, and he'd have his gun strapped on the side of him. He'd done so many crazy things, beat people up, clubbed them.
Wow.
It was horrible.
They're afraid of people retaliating?
We had everybody, every kind of people in here from that power plant come in. It was all union, and you had your different unions, laborers and iron workers and every kind of pipe fitters and plumbers and carpenters and man, they come and gone, just one.
So workers were divided by their profession or
Yeah.
their union?
Yeah, unions, they had different unions.
See, I was working Will at the time. He, we hauled gravel and everything out there to that place, but we didn't fraternize or
No.
anything with it.
Yeah.
I worked out there, worked for Bob Herman when I contract. I was out there 2 different times with motivator when I was temporary union hand.
Uh-huh.
Signed, and then went out and motivated because they couldn't get anybody. But I wouldn't stay.
Right.
And you didn't ever leave your machine or anything. It was,
We've heard...
I worked in the oil field most of the time. I was right down here.
Right. We've heard that in certain places, the bars, and you both said that you stopped going, so maybe you can't speak to this, but if you can, we've heard about hats. You could kind of tell what everyone's profession was based on what hat they would
most of them
wear.
had a button on their cap. A lot of them did. The unions had a union button on their cap.
All the unions did?
Well, most of them. The number 9 did. They used to make me wear mine
Okay.
when I was temporary help for them.
And they would wear those on their hats?
Yeah, there's a button on their hat. But you can tell me.
I don't really know.
We were told that's
Yeah.
how fights would start. It was
Yeah.
based on the hat you were wearing.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay.
But, try not to go to them places.
Yeah, for sure.
Too busy making a living to get out there and be crazy.
At that point, did either of you have any children? What was it like raising a family then?
One day they was born, the next day they went to school, and the next day they left home.
That fast?
About that fast. They had time working all the time.
Okay.
Seemed like it that way, right?
Yeah. That was about the time that I really noticed changes in the way, when we went to school, it was Mr. and Mrs.,
Mm-hmm.
and you started to notice them with kids that it was just their last name they addressed them by, and it's still that way today, like the grandkids and everything, they don't.
Yeah, they don't
never hear them
say their name. Well,
Mr. and Mrs.
Is there anything that
It's just
Uh-huh.
their last names that they address them by.
And wearing your hat.
Yeah.
Kids wear hats to school or all the time doing run nights. We never did.
Oh,
When
I
my
see.
dad, I can remember Dad coming into a cafe to eat or anything, took his hat off.
Took his hat off.
We never went in the house with a hat on, didn't we? Do now, I do.
We were both military brats, so that's how we were raised too,
Yeah.
which is funny. I'm not.
Save me, we never did that.
I don't think so much of it now, but
When I go to
some places like it kind of seems odd to me that people do wear their hats We was up to the church, up to the Mormon church, and seen that railroad movie. There's about half of them sit there and there with a hat on.
Oh, when you the movie, what was it called?
The White
Whatever that was.
Desert.
White Desert.
Yeah.
Well, you go to, I go to, my grandkids, my kids didn't. Mine played football for you. But we go up there with my granddaughter, kids all the time to they was in concerts and there was music a lot at school.
Oh, okay.
And you go up there and you sit in that auditorium and you look around there and 2/3 of the guys got hats on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned the kids and grandkids were involved in extracurricular activities. Were there a lot more for them than there were for you guys?
Yeah, my boys played baseball when they was about from this big on up until they got into high school, and then Gary never did. But my oldest one played football for years
Okay.
until he got hurt real bad. Oh. Then my grandson, he played football for 3 years. And my granddaughters, they all was in band.
Yeah, there was a lot more for kids.
Kids
now
then.
than there was.
And being that we live, I guess, better places and could get them in and out too.
But, you know.
My mother never drove, so if anybody drove, Dad had to do it. My mother never did learn to drive.
Right. So that made it hard for you guys to do
Yeah.
things after school.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we never really, I didn't miss it or think
About it
either.
either.
Yeah. What types of activities were there to do as a family when you guys were raising kids?
Oh, we raising kids?
Yeah. What types of things did you do?
Went fishing and hunting.
Fishing. Alright.
Oh.
That's about it. We went fishing.
I guess, Darryl was in,
4-H.
honor society, things like that we took him into all the time, and band, but I remember how kids back and forth, they was all in 4-H.
Grandkids is another story.
What's that?
Grandkids is another story.
Yeah.
They're involved in more stuff.
Everything you got, they were. That grandson of mine, he played in 3 different bands in school and played football. And he was in the marching band, and halftime he'd have to run out and play his horn in the halftime thing.
What? So he'd change from...
No, he wouldn't change. He'd just take his helmet off and run up. He'd be out there playing and marching, and he'd be in his shoulder pads.
Wow.
He was a drum major or whatever it is, lead the thing. He'd be out in his pack there. He's
Wow.
That's really cool.
the marching band, the other band, whatever that is, and the jazz band,
Jazz band?
concert band, played 3 different horns.
Wow, yeah. Did you guys ever attend any events here at the Armory before it was a museum?
I did a dance or two.
Dance too, we went to, and I come down here and played basketball.
Oh, okay, basketball here?
Yeah, they used to play basketball in here.
Okay.
Adult people did come in here. And then they had, they'd had come out here one time with Bill when he was in the guards here. They had some dinner or something, I don't remember what about. Come down here with that.
Either one of you ever play pickleball here at the Armory? No.
I don't.
Just wondering.
Like I said, I think I was only to a dance or 2 in here when they, I was just, I didn't dance, I just watched. It was good music, so.
Yeah. It was. They used to have a lot of dances around back then.
But yeah, all the
out of town, out of schools, out of
Yeah.
country schools. Maybell and Hamilton, even down Lagoa, they had dances clear down there.
You know, what's
Midway up here,
Wow, okay.
dances you could go to. And most of them were just country people, I mean farmers, real people.
Right.
real or real?
Rural people, rural people.
All right. Any particular stories or anything you think should be recorded or people should know?
All right.
I don't know, but
Great stories.
let's see, which, how old was you, 7 or 8 when the house burned down?
Yeah.
And I was 6, I just, first year in school.
Wow.
And, the house that they was renting, it was just across the road from the old country school, and they lived there for the kids to go to school, but then they shut the school down.
Yeah,
The year I went to
yeah.
school,
Yeah.
and, anyhow, while we was, of course, Dad had to take us back and forth to school,
Mhm.
he had an old pickup, and I was little enough, I got to ride
Right in front.
inside.
Yeah.
And, the rest of the kids was, you know, the older kids, they'd ride the back, but anyhow, like,
Summer or winter.
they met, it was middle of winter, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's on our way home, and then they stopped us out here and told us not to go home. Far. And Mom,
So we turned around and stayed in the,
motel down here. They ain't even there anymore. Whatever it was there.
yeah,
Was everyone okay?
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, okay,
Everybody
okay.
got out.
yeah, well, there was
Judy and
Goldie,
Jim.
yeah, Goldie was just a baby,
Elvin.
Elvin, he wasn't in school
Judy,
yet.
Elvin and Judy and Jim. Goldie wasn't born yet. She was born when we was up to school.
Yeah, that's right,
Judy wasn't born.
yeah, there was.
So it was just Elvin, Judy, and Jim, and everyone else at school?
Yeah, and Jim was just a tiny baby when the house burned.
Goldie wasn't there?
No.
Oh, so at that point, you were the youngest in school?
Yeah.
Yeah, at that
Okay.
time, yeah.
In
I was
school,
First
right.
grade.
Okay.
So then, I don't know, we didn't stay there very long, and then we
No.
moved into the old schoolhouse across the road and lived there for
Yeah, for God knows.
about a year.
I remember
Dad built that house,
bought the ground and up there where we live.
Dad owned some ground up the road there that he
Uh-huh.
bought for taxes. And so he built a house up there, and then that was,
That was a tiller.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
he, how many tons of taters do you suppose,
I have no idea.
but he
We raised
he
potatoes.
farmed a lot of potatoes. Built a big old cellar. Probably about twice this room
Uh-huh.
underground, you know.
Wonderful.
Seemed like that's all we did when we was kids, was hug potatoes.
Hold and pick potatoes.
And then in the wintertime, well,
Sit up.
we didn't have electricity until.
No, a 50. Sheesh, when was that?
52, I think.
Yeah, I was in just barely.
51 or 2 along with there. But he'd sit out there in the cellar in the wintertime,
lamp.
sort potatoes with a gas lantern. And
Bad ones from the good ones, or?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and sizing them.
And size, yeah.
And we,
Many.
bigger ones we sold to Bill Bilsey.
Well, anybody
come out, we sold a lot of them.
But they'd come in, you put them in 100-pound sacks, you know.
Wow.
People bought
$100.
bought a sack of taters, you know.
By 100-pound set.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
I can't remember. I think he got $10 a sack for them.
Well, there for a while, yeah, sometimes there.
$10 for 100 pounds of potatoes?
That made pretty. And then all of a sudden you couldn't, nobody wanted them. Everybody in town, everybody in the, had
They
to
go to the grocery store
and buy them cheaper.
Oh.
cheaper, you know, in smaller
Buy
bunches.
bags.
Because, you know, you'd always have to have someplace to keep your taters. And
Yeah.
they'd either freeze or get too warm,
Right.
what have you.
Huh.
We hold it, picked a lot of darn potatoes, I know that.
Okay. Just kind of to wrap up things, how do you guys feel about Craig today? Raising a family here, and what you see here?
If we didn't have to put up with the people on the other side of the mountain, it wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, if it wasn't for people over in
You mean the
Colorado,
East
it'd
Slope?
be a nice place to live.
Yeah. But we're so small on this side of the hill, they set all the rules, laws and everything else, and the heck with us and we just gets messed up out of everything. We gotta shut down everything we do around here.
But,
As far as here.
I think there's too many people, you know. Everybody hollers for more businesses and more people and everything. First thing you know, they don't have enough water, they don't have enough sewer. So then they gotta build a bigger plant and it costs more money. And where do you end?
You don't. Yeah, it's.
But you know, I don't live in town, so I don't.
Right.
It don't bother me that much. I just hate to come to town that much.
You guys have anything else you want to add? Just anything in general?
Talk about number 4849.
I remember that. 48 and 49 winter here was the worst we ever had. Wind blew 100 mile an hour every day.
Wow.
Snow drifts piled up forever.
Yeah, Dad, you see of course we, you know, they didn't have snow plows and everything like they do now. And, they kept the highway open.
Kinda.
Much. And, when we needed groceries,
Shovel out.
Dad would walk down
Wow.
and, get the groceries, and then Bill Bilton's wife,
Yeah. The market owner.
market owner, why he'd haul home and set them out on the road, and then us kids would go pack the groceries to the house.
Right.
It was, but,
That was the year all the antelope came down from
Yeah.
Wyoming.
Yeah.
and died.
And everything died.
Yeah, they was, see.
Cows died. They tried to feed them with helicopters and airplanes and everything else. And stuff.
And Dad homesteaded, well, my granddad homesteaded
3 miles.
about 3 miles away, and my oldest brother was living over there, taking care of the cows, and Dad would ski between the two places.
Right.
And then when they run out of hay, they haul the hay out to the bottom of the hill there where Herman Woods is.
Yeah.
And then John had a team sled, and he'd go over and put the hay on and then haul it back over the hill and feed the cows.
Right.
And the county finally got that road opened up. There was 35-foot drift. Cut through the dozers
Wow.
where they was going over.
It was quite a winter, I tell you.
Is that the year that Mayville recorded that temperature?
No,
No,
not in 84.
Those, much
80.
later.
A lunch later.
It was just a really long, cold, snowy
Yeah,
winter.
just cold.
Yeah, it was mostly cold. You know,
We had a lot of snow that winter too.
quite a bit, but
But nothing.
you know, it wasn't anything different than, you know, after a while you get this, it's just, when it comes winter, you got snow, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just done with it.
And then, but that winter, 48, 49, that wind was
The wind was hard.
just awful.
We had more snow years after that, in 50s, or
But it
in
was-
50s we had more inches of snow we did, but it didn't pile up like it
And
did.
then it was so cold that
Yeah.
the snow didn't never set up,
But
it just powder all the time.
Blew around.
And, blowing the drifts, and then they, I know that same winter, we ran out of hay for milk cows, and they hauled some out there and showed it over the bank on the highway. Us kids drug it to the house for to feed the milk cows.
Wow.
It lasted so darn long, we run out long before.
But see, that was, the only place they could get hay was up in Nebraska. And
Yeah.
it was pretty sorry hay.
Yeah, well, some of they brought out had fence posts in it and everything else.
Sandburrs.
Burrs,
Everything
bad
else.
hay.
You know, it was better than the
Nothing.
smoked hay.
Yeah.
They ate it, but it was, you know, like, I was just a dumb kid. I didn't know any better. It was just,
Winter time.
yeah.
I held, for time, Bill and I and John took a bunch of horses and went across the 3 miles, packed in some cake and groceries for John.
Oh,
Over there.
Bit.
We had two,
Bill Carl?
Carl, had two,
his name was Carl William, and I don't know
Why
why
they call him Bill,
everybody in the
didn't
family called him Bill, and then when he got going to school,
Bill was
it
Carl.
was Carl. And nobody.
so we had to haul stuff over there on horseback. John brought over two teams, one team, 2, 3 horses, a side of horses. And they put cake on them, and we went across and then came back down. And the snow drifts, as you climb, the little horses, you had to fight through it. Carried cake over there.
I've heard a lot of stories about that, you know, up on the desert where they was feeding sheep, and they was hauling hay into them with bombers, you know, and then they were supposed to go out and set a flag up where they wanted to drop that hay, and I think they seemed like they hauled quite a bit of hay, but I remember one story about a guy that come in and he was just madder than all heck because they dropped it right on the fence.
Oh.
And so that's what he did, is put his poster, his flags up on the fence. And they dropped it right down the fence line.
Wow.
Yeah, and we haven't had any winter here. That's another thing too. The weather changed here somewhere.
What, warmer now?
Well,
I don't know if it's warmer. Last winter we had, 2-3 weeks, 20 below for straight.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be bad.
Just
But it's cold.
put on more
20
clothes.
below wasn't
And
too
we only
bad.
we didn't have much snow. I mean, not like. God, I remember as a kid we used to sleigh ride off the hill there down, clear down past the house, over the fences, sagebrush and all.
Oh yeah, just, you know, when it start warming up, we'd get crust
Crust
on
on
top,
top of it?
while we
Sleigh ride forever.
half a mile there. It was a lot of fun going down, but God,
Hadn't
it was a
they
long
come
way
back.
back.
A lot of years, though, I guess. Twice.
What?
It's only been twice since I've had to shovel snow off my house. Got too big snow here in town. That was in '84, and one other since in '93 or something like that, '92. Somewhere in there I had to shovel snow. I got about 3 foot of snow. And I know around out in the oil field where I worked, there was always snow.
Any additional stories?
Can't think of anything.
All right.
Neither.
All right. Well, thank you both.
You bet. Thank you.